right? Let me answer that in three parts, right? One, the challenges that the wealth management industry has always been facing, right? Increasing regulation, scrutiny, and more recently around bankers' conduct or misconduct, right? So there's always been this pressure. Doesn't help with increasing product complexity, right? And clients increasing expectation to do things faster, better, right? So that's one, right? And that's always been there. And if you looked at what has happened, all banks, not just private banks, have been trying to make sure that they manage this aspect for the client, right? Nothing seems to have improved, right? So this is one dimension. And then we looked at what's happening with the non-banks. How are they using data? How are they using data analytics to capture opportunities for clients, right? And then banks, including wealth managers, have started to look at, hey, there is something that we can learn, make use of same data set, right? Rather than look at business opportunities, right? Look at how we use it to manage risk, right? So I think that's happening. We're learning, right? We're leveraging of what we see, more so in a place like UOB, where I've got the benefit to learn from my consumer retail banking partners and colleagues to say, I don't want to start from zero, right? I leverage on what they've learned, what they've done, and I go from there. So I think that's what's happened in the whole wealth management space, using data to manage risk. I think regardless of what's happening now, all banks have always centered what they do, whether it's providing services, products, or even risk management on clients. I think what a lot of banks have started to look at is, hey, when I look at risk, when I manage a risk for the bank and the client, we first look at processes, right? Do we have the right processes, the right controls? Then we look at, it's our RM is doing the right things. And then we said, how do we protect the clients? I think what has happened more recently with the access to a lot of data, client data, right? Whether it's transaction, know your client, right? Preferences, etc. We say, hey, maybe we should look at what the data is telling us, right? And the data is what exactly is helping us manage the client manage risk from a client perspective, right? So rather than look at processes, banker and client, we say, let the data tell us what do we need to know about the client, and we start managing the risk there, right? And then we get the right signals. Maybe we look at what to do to improve the RMs and what processes we need to change. So I think that's what has happened when it comes to risk intelligence.